Okay, what's up? This is for my Tauruses. Okay, Taurus, I had already did your reading, and at the very end, when it started getting good, my phone cut out on me. Okay, so this is going to be a recap slash. It's please forgive me. Okay, so pay attention to your Lilith. Your Lilith conjuncting your partner's sun, moon, rising, any important planets. It can tell you a lot about how they move when they're upset and vice versa. Okay, so what I got from your reading is pretty much I got the Four of Wands in the reverse with the Seven of Swords. So that's somebody who feels like the foundation isn't on good soil and they're ready to walk out on the situation. But what they're displaying to you, or what you're displaying to this person, is the High Priestess. So right now, this is a person who's just laying low, who's not really saying too much. But the reason is because I think they had to get out of a third party situation. Okay, so then you also have the energy of the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. Again, this is like a combative mental state where they feel like, or you feel like you're in a where you're like losing sleep at night and you're recapping things in your head and you're confused. You're not sure if you made the right decision. But again, when it comes to your actions, you're showing the 10 of Cups. This is someone who is happy, who's content, who has the family dynamic. What I'm getting from both of these is you're displaying, or the person you're with is displaying, a calm, cool, I'm happy, this is where I want to be at. But mentally, they've checked out. Mentally, they're upset, they can't really focus. And if you're watching this, you probably feel that way, like you don't have this person's full attention, or they're not fully happy, but it's because they had to let someone go and they did not want to. And what's at the bottom of the deck is them looking at what's been spilled out, what done occurred, the decision they had to make when it comes to these lovers that they had. This lovers, but they had to be the King of Swords. Either you made them be the King of Swords, or the person they were dealing with made them make a decision, either me or her, or he made a decision, like either him or me. Somebody had to make a decision, and it was a very hard decision that the person was not ready to make. They was not ready to make. So what they did was they went with a decision that just seemed more promising. Okay, so that tells me it wasn't really a decision out of love. It was a decision out of who you would have more success with, who maybe you argue with less. Not so much you love them more, but you just didn't argue with them as much. You just saw them as being a person that you could get along with better than the other person. But now that this person's made this decision, they're not happy. Okay, so see at the bottom of the deck, you confused, or if the person's confused, they're just not sure if they made the right decision. So let's see what the advice is from Spirit when it comes to Taurus. What's the advice? Oh, then we got, I swear you might be dealing with an Aries. I said that in the other recording that I had to delete because it messed up at the very end. But if you watch Aries, Aries got a lot of these cards. Like you got the spine card twice, because that's the Prince of Swords, which is the same, just different names in each deck. And then now you have the High Priestess twice. So someone is spying, and whatever they found out, they're keeping it to themselves. I really think you should watch the Aries video. Your significant other may have Aries in their chart, and it might be your husband or your wife or somebody you've been with for a long time, because with them it was a marriage situation. I got marriage real strong. So you could be the other person, and you could have an insight on what's going on in their marriage. Okay, I'm just saying. But I feel like whoever is on the outside of this, is staying cool, and they're just kind of watching the show. They're just trying to see what's gonna pan out here, or you could. But I feel like the whole situation is losing passion. Like the passion is going because somebody can tell the other person doesn't really want to be there. Okay, so for the person who's actually watching this is gonna be spirit's advice to you. This has nothing to do with anybody else. This is just your advice. So when it comes to my Taurus, what do you have to say? Be alive. You are needed in this world. Your thoughts, your gifts, being the best you. Okay. So it could be you. It could be you after the situation. You just feel drained. Like you're like, okay, I don't feel like this person really wants to be with me. And so Spirit is saying like, maybe they saw you as being more successful because you were alive. Maybe you had that spunk. But now since everything's occurred, you're like, I don't feel like laughing and joking with you. And you're towards like, I mean, we can go out to eat. That's cool. It don't matter. Yeah, whatever. Seafood, cool. You know, and it could be a situation now. It has them thinking in their head like, oh my God, I thought this was the person I wanted to be with. And, you know, I could see it being a situation like that. But also, yeah, because confirmation again is saying be happy. I don't know, it probably show it backwards when you try to see it. But it says be happy, smile, and love yourself, every part of yourself. So don't beat yourself up about the situation. You know, this person had to make a choice. They chose you. But it's like you're unable to let go of the situation. So the things that they chose you for, you're no longer displaying. So just keep that in mind. And I hope this reading helped you out. All right, thanks, Taurus.